I'm going to record this session. Today is the 13th of November. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Fine. Fine.
Fine, okay, very well. Okay, let's share our screen. Today I want to do a kind of different revision that is taken from another point of view, because it's taken from another book that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's actually, a revision that is with the tense system. That is another way of watching grammar, of studying grammar. But first we go into the practice and then we go into the theory, as we usually do. And casual conversations as well, a bit of casual conversation. First of all, I beg your pardon? No problem, no problem. You're more than good. Okay, so which time, let's start with a bit of grammar. Which time expressions from the box can be used in the sentences below? Make sure the sentences sound natural. What does it mean? So we have some sentences, 9 sentences here, and a lot of expressions here. But there's no just one possible answer. You can even say the first one, there could be 3 or 4 possible answer. Let me put it down here so you can watch it better. Okay, for example, my parents met in Paris. What could you add or introduce to this sentence, Myla?
Ages ago.
My parents met in Paris ages ago. Or
in the
1980s. My parents met in Paris in the 1980s. Or during a snowstorm. A snowstorm.
No, during a snowstorm.
Yeah, during a snowstorm. Okay, very good. What about, okay, Anna, now, 2, they travel abroad.
They travel abroad. Abroad, what mean?
Out of their own country.
Okay. They travel abroad. Frequently.
Yes, where? Where do you put this frequently?
They frequently travel abroad.
Good. Or
they recently traveled abroad.
They recently traveled abroad.
Or they travel abroad since 1972.
Okay.
They sometimes travel abroad.
Yes. Or they travel abroad for a year.
For a year, also.
Yeah. Okay, Mala, number 4.
They were working in Canada. They were working
Yes, in the 1980s, or
ages ago.
Yeah. Probably.
They were working in Canada for a year.
For a year, yeah.
Since 1972.
Since 1972, yes, okay. What about number 5, Anna?
No, number 4.
Number 4, sorry.
I was born in Montreal. Ages ago.
No.
No. Anni fa, no? Aspetta.
No, ages then is ages. Like you say secoli fa.
Ah, sì, vabbè, più o meno.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes, let's see if it's Olga. Probably Olga is coming.
Ah.
Should we go
Allora, I
there?
was born in Montreal. Vabbè, in the 1980s.
1980s. Actually, it's not so correct because in the 1980s is a period of time, but the
Okay.
moment where you were born, it's one single moment. So probably there's just one that is during a snowstorm.
During a snowstorm. Yes. Fortnight, what mean?
In a fortnight's time, fortnight means every 2 weeks.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Every
Allora,
2
no,
weeks.
I was born in Montreal during a snowstorm.
And I think that's it. That's
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
hello, welcome.
Sorry for late.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. That's no problem. Okay, take a seat.
May I stay here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can move a bit, take a chair. Yeah, then you can see it better. How is your son?
Good. Today we do coronavirus. Maybe Monday. We go in hospital.
Oh,
We go. Yeah.
Good.
For surgery.
Okay.
Today only
Yeah, the preparation, the
preparation. Yes.
yeah, for the, okay. Okay, good. Okay. So we're doing a sort of another revision. This is not your book, so do not follow from there. We're just trying to practice some frequency adverbs and expressions. Okay. So 5. Myla lived in Ireland. Have lived.
Hanno vissuto, no?
Yes.
Ok. Quindi potrei dire no. No. My grandparents have lived in Ireland for ages.
Have lived in Ireland for ages. Yes, does make sense.
My grandparents have lived in Ireland in the 1980s.
In the 1980s, yes.
Or ages ago.
Ages ago. But no, ages ago, no, because it's have lived in Ireland. So actually, ages ago, that's Finnish. If we say have lived, no, probably ages ago, it's okay.
Controversa.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But the best one is one that is since 1972. Have lived in Ireland since 1972 is the best one. Okay, so Olga, what you can do is take in one of these sentences, for example, I wrote to my grandmother, and see how many frequency expressions you can use it with it. Not just one, there are many that you can use. For example, I wrote to my grandmother.
Frequently.
Where do you put frequently?
I frequently wrote to my grandmother.
Very good. I frequently wrote to my grandmother.
Maybe also I never wrote to my grandmother.
I never wrote to my grandmother.
I wrote to my grandmother in the
In the 98. Actually, this is not wrong, but it doesn't make that much sense because you say, I wrote to my grandmother in the 1980s. That is a period of time. So wrote actually is past simple and it should be linked to a single action. So it's not correct.
Okay, recently I wrote to my grandmother.
Yes, I recently.
We can put at the end recently.
I wrote to my grandmother recently. No, you can put something else at the end. For example, the other day. I wrote to my grandmother the other day. But recently, being an adverb of frequency, usually is better to put I recently wrote to my grandmother. And then Anna, number 7.
My brother's flying to Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil on business.
Yes.
Mm. My brothers never flying to Brazil.
Be careful because we
No, non va
the
bene,
present
never.
continuous.
Non va bene, non va bene.
No, it doesn't.
No, no. In a fortnight's time?
Yeah, in a fortnight's time, every 2 weeks means. So my is something that is continuously doing regularly. So my brother's flying to Brazil on business in a fortnight's time. Yeah.
Or sometimes?
My brother's is
sometimes
to Brazil.
Flying to Brazil on business.
Yes, or sometimes my brother's flying to Brazil on business.
Okay.
It depends on where do you want to put your highlight. Good. Okay, my light.
He's been learning Portuguese.
He's been learning Portuguese for a period of time, but in the past.
For ages.
He's been learning Portuguese for ages, and he doesn't speak yet. Yes, because it's a period of time. It's not 1 year. So, yeah, it's not plural. It's just a period. Okay. He's been learning Portuguese in the 1980s.
For a year.
He's been learning Portuguese for a year. Yeah. Oh, he's been learning Portuguese since 1972. It's not a period. Since 1972 means the starting point.
Yeah.
So he's been learning Portuguese since 1972 until now.
Yeah.
All this period he's been learning Portuguese. Yes, it's okay. Good. Olga, I'll see you.
I'll see you tonight.
I'll see you tonight.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that's very good. Now let's go into this exercise. Away from home, tense review and informal language. So now we are going to see these tweaks by this Tyler. Okay, we read them and then we decide what to do with these tweets. Let's go. You will read, so Tuesday, September the 4th, 1:42 p.m. Still sitting in the airport in New York. Okay, been waiting 3 hours, but seems like forever. Okay, Anna, read the first tweet.
Okay. Tuesday, September 4,
September the 4th.
the 4, free 20 p.m.
Yes.
Just boarded the plane for London. My first trip abroad except for a week in Mexico last year. I'm going to stay with my buddy Dave for a few days in North London before I meet my host family. Dave lives in a place called Chalk Farm.
Chalk Farm.
Chalk Farm. I don't get it. A farm in London?
Okay. Myla.
It's fun here.
Thursday, say the date.
Thursday, September the 6th, 4:35 p.m. It's fun here, but kind of weird. They doesn't live on a farm. His folks have a large apartment in a big old house. They call it a flat. I asked for the bathroom. They thought I wanted a bath. I learned it fast.
Okay, Olga.
Friday, September 7th.
September the 7th.
The 7th. 10:30 a.m.
Yes.
Dave and I are hanging
Hanging out.
together today. We are on a bus upstairs. OMG, just drive past Buckingham Palace, but they drive on the wrong side of the road here. Crazy. Also, people say cheers all the time. Isn't that for making toast? A guy just said it to me because I let him pass.
Very good. Okay, Anna.
Saturday, September the 8th, 7:19 p.m.
Good.
First night with my host family, the Wilson. They seem very nice, but their house is a million-mile walk to the subway. They call it the Tube here.
Okay, Myla.
Saturday, September the 8th, 11:10 p.m. Big day tomorrow. We are visiting Shakespeare's hometown. We wrote plays and stuff hundreds of years ago. He's mega famous.
Okay, so let's see. Is the style, Tyler's style, formal or informal? What do you think?
Informal.
Very informal. Where is Tyler from?
From
No. Where is he from?
parlava del Messico, ma non from New York.
Is from New York. Is from New York.
Okay.
What does he find strange in London? Tell me one thing each. Anna, tell me one thing that he finds strange in London.
He finds strange a farm in London.
Okay. That there's a place called Farm in London.
No,
Yes, but actually it's not a farm.
And then cos'è che è strano? The Tube.
The Tube, the underground that is
Subway.
called Tubes, the subway, the underground. And you, do you remember anything else, Mylan? Yeah, Olga.
How people drive the car.
How people drive
the
car. Drive the car, yes, they drive on the wrong side, they say. And what else?
The bedroom and bed.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Bathroom.
The name they call. So let's go into in these tweets, we have a lot of informal language that actually is the most common language that we can find. So let's see, even some chalk farm, okay. Okay, kind of weird. It's kind of weird. That means, can you explain with other words? Kind of weird. It's fun here, but kind of weird. How can you
Don't
say
know
in other
the meanings.
You don't know the meaning?
No.
So we can say it's fun here, but very strange, very unusual, very odd. So weird means strange, unusual, odd, anything is surprising, okay?
Okay.
Then we have is folks, is folks. That is, of course, another way of telling, this is the informal way of saying what? If I want to translate into formal language, what can I say instead of folks?
Parents.
Is parents, is family, is
Ah.
people, okay? Folks means people actually, but in this case, as is his folks means his family, his parents, his people. A large apartment in a big old house. They call it a flat. Why do it's so strange? Because in American English, how do they call a flat? Apartment. Apartment. In American English is apartment. I asked for the bathroom. They thought I wanted a bath because they don't say bathroom. The bathroom in England is where you take the bath. Okay. What do they say in in England? How do they call it? Because they had them divided.
No.
The toilet. The toilet.
Separate.
Yes, usually separate in some old houses. Now they do it all together. And then if you want, you can have the shower that is separated, or the bathroom that's just to make a bath, to have a bath, sorry. But the toilet. And there's another informal thing that is the loo. The loo is very informal. It's a sort of dialect, loo. Or if you want to be more formal, you can say the ladies or the gentlemen. Okay.
Questa è English.
Yes, it's very English. Dave and I are hanging out. Hanging out. What does it mean, hanging out?
Che mi dice?
Yeah, going around, going around without any aim, without an itinerary, just going around, okay? I suggest you to see a song that is called Perfect Day by Lou Reed. I think we did it together. And if you see the lyrics of this song, is full of these expressions, but it's a very good one to understand it better. Try to listen to it. Perfect Day by Lou Reed. Okay, together today, we're on a bus upstairs. Yeah. OMG, like properly, she say, oh my God. OMG is, oh my God. Just drove past Buckingham Palace, but they drive on the wrong side of the road here. This is nothing to explain, we know perfect way. Crazy. Also, people say cheers all the time. Isn't that for making toast? So, cheers.
Cheers.
In British English, we say cheers just to say hello. in American English, cheers is when you toast with wine or anything else. You say cheers.
Brindare.
Yes, toast.
Ah.
Making
Ah.
toast or to toast is brindare. Fare brindisi.
Ok.
Non fare i toast, attenzione. Perché non si usa per fare i toast, ma toast è, unfortunately, the word is completely the same. Completely. No differences. It's the same word. What means, in this case, to use to cheer with, yes, together with a drink. Okay.
Ok.
A guy, even guy, the word guy is informal, a boy. Just said it to me because I'd let him pass.
We can't say guy or girl and boy.
When you have all boys and girls together, you say, hi guys, like we say. But if it's just one single, you say a guy means a boy. Okay, it's the same. We do it in Italian. When we have a group, you say, hi guys, hi ragazzi. But just one, hi ragazzi. Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. First night with my host family, the Wilsons. They seem very nice, but the house is a 1,000,000-mile walk to the subway. Okay, so a 1,000,000-mile walk is the same. We have very similar expression, but if you want to translate into formal language, how could you say? Is very far. Very far from the subway. Or the way to the subway is very long. Okay. To the subway. Subway is, of course, American English, because in British English, say tube or underground.
Okay.
Big day tomorrow. We visited Shakespeare's hometown, Road Place, and stuff hundreds of years ago. What do they mean with stuff? Things.
I don't know in English, but in Italian
it's just things. Things. Yes. Even they say it's mega.
Many things.
Yeah. Not really many, because for example, look at my place here. I got my computer, my smartphone, my mouse. That's my stuff. Okay. My own things. Something. Just things. Okay. Yes, things. Is mega famous is another very informal way. We can even say and listen to is super famous, you know, using this word that actually they are not formally correct, but they are correct in informal language. Which is, do you know which is Shakespeare's hometown? A bit of culture.
No.
Stratford-upon-Avon. You have to know it. Yeah, you know it. Stratford-upon-Avon. Now let's try. Sorry. Let's complete the question and answer. Then ask. No, we don't ask to the partner. So let's do it here. And just fill in the missing words. Now we know about him, and now we're going to make question and answer about that text. Okay? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah, because I see you perplexed.
Yeah.
So, we know that the title is that Tyler is going in London for a year. Okay. So where Tyler is spending the year in London. Okay. Okay, Anna, let's do number 2.
Is this his first trip abroad? No, it isn't. He flown abroad once before. Last year, no, mettiamolo qua. Allora, cosa dico prima di abroad?
It's not
He went
wrong.
abroad.
He
He
went
went
abroad.
abroad once before. Last year, he flown to Mexico.
Okay, it isn't. He's been.
He's been. He's been.
Last year, he went to Mexico. Okay, he's been. But if he has flown, okay, abroad once.
Yeah.
Yes, you forgot the auxiliary. He has been. He has flown abroad. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3. Myla.
Where did they stay?
Where does Dave live? In North London. Okay. If is something that we wanted, actually, where did Dave, yes, stay or live? That's okay.
No,
Yeah, because
io non lo posso dire al passato.
no, no, lo puoi dire, tranquilla.
No, non è sbagliato.
No, it's correct, it's correct. Okay. Number 4.
How long has Taylor been to stay this day? No.
Think better. Think of a better solution. So the thing is that before staying with his host family, he stayed for a while with this friend Dave. So
How time? Taylor?
no, when you say how long, you don't need time.
Taylor? No.
Okay, how long is Taylor going to stay?
It's difficult.
It's not difficult. The thing is that all the questions are made to speak like the thing is happening now. Okay, so it is his first trip abroad. No, it isn't. Has been abroad, and so I use the past just for the things that they're actually past. But the Dave experience is considered to be in the present now. Okay, that's why it's better I say, how long is Taylor going to stay with Dave? Because I don't know, and they give me the reply. Actually, it was difficult for you because you saw the blank and there was no other way of putting to this, filling these 2 blanks, but in this way. So that's why you think it's because you are obliged to use a verb, while, for example, Myla could use different one because where did they live was okay as well, but not in this content. Okay.
Why do the guy say cheers to Tyler? Did.
Yes, but here, because he had.
Because he had let him pass.
Yes, very good. Okay. So consider the first part and even the second part of the sentence, Myla.
He liked his host family. Yeah. God, he liked his host family. Yes, he does he consider
I think he's here,
think
probably. So repeat. So the first one is,
does
he like his host family? Yes, he
does
does.
he think
Yes, he thinks.
he thinks
It thinks. They're very nice. Because here you have there, so you couldn't use the past tense here. Okay, Olga.
what will they do on Sunday? They will go
Okay, what are they doing on Sunday? But even what will they do on Sunday is not wrong.
They are going in Shakespeare's hometown.
They're visiting, they're going, it's the same, that's okay. There's visiting, they're going. You can't put they're going because they're going to Shakespeare hometown. As there's no to, no preposition, it's better they're visiting. But if you were saying they're going to Shakespeare hometown, that's correct. Okay, and now I want to tell you about this, what is saying here, the tense system. What is the tense system? I think it's page 139. Okay. This is the tense system. So the three classes of verbs in English. They sub-grammar, they divide all the classes of verbs in English into auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and full verbs. Now let's see what read what are the auxiliary verbs.
The auxiliary verbs are be, do, and have. Be. Be is used with verb plus ing to make continuous verb forms. You are lying, they were reading, I've been swimming, you are lying present, they were reading past, I have been swimming present perfect, we will be having dinner at 8 o'clock future, you must be joking infinitive.
Okay.
Be used with the passive to make the passive.
Okay.
These books are China, present.
Printed in China, yes.
Where were you born, past.
Okay.
My phone, present perfect.
My pen's been stolen, present perfect, yes.
The city had been destroyed, past perfect.
Okay.
This work should be done soon, infinitive.
Yes, I know. Okay, let's go on the do, always auxiliary, Mila.
Do, does, did are used in the present simple and in the past simple. Do you smoke? Question. She doesn't understand. Negative. When did they arrive? Question. Do, does, did are used to express emphasis when there is no other auxiliary. I'm not interested in sport, but I do like tennis.
Yeah.
If only she had a car. She does have a car. Didn't you tell me? I did tell you.
I did tell you. Okay, just to emphasize. Okay, and then we have Olga.
Have is used with the past participle to make perfect verb forms. Have you ever tried sushi? Present. My car had broken down before. Past. I'll have finished soon. Future. I'd like to have met Napoleon. Infinitive. Having had lunch. We tied up, participle.
Participle. And then we have the have and have got, but let's let for the moment, because it's a complete, I mean, it's another page of grammar, have and have got, that we have to get into. Then we have other uses of auxiliary verbs. Let's go on again.
In question tag,
Question tags.
it's called it.
Yes, it's called today, isn't it? Sorry if I repeat, but sometimes your line is coming out. It's coming and going.
Finito.
We are definitely, yeah, sorry. Let's share it again. I have to share it. Okay, Anna.
Okay. You don't know.
Amelia, do you?
Into China.
Have you? Yes, you haven't been to China, have you? Myla, too.
In short answer, yes or no alone can sound
Abrupt.
abrupt.
Yes, yes, abrupt, not rough, rude. Yeah, abrupt. Yeah, not so nice, not correct. I mean, not, it's not that it's not correct, but not enough. Okay.
Are you hungry? No, I'm not. Do you like jazz? Yes, I do. Did you have a nice meal? Yes, we did. Has she seen the mess? No, she hasn't.
Okay, organ number 3.
In reply questions, there are not real questions. They are used to show that the listener is paying attention and is interested. There are practice.
Okay, on page 29, we don't care. Okay.
The restaurant was awful. Was it? What a pity.
Yes.
I told you a present.
Yeah.
Have you? How fun.
Yeah, started again. Okay, so this is a very common in reply question. You remember probably when we studied how to keep conversation up. So, and how to show interest in what other people say. Oh, do you? Have you? It's like we say, really? Okay. And then we have the modal auxiliary verbs that we recently studied together as well. Okay, Myla, let's read it.
These are the modal auxiliary verbs. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to, need. They are auxiliary verbs because they help other verbs.
Yes.
They are different from be, do, and have because they have their own meanings.
Yes, but the use we do is very, very similar to the normal auxiliary. So this is the main difference between the modal and the auxiliary verbs. In fact, they are called modal auxiliary verbs because they have a meaning. The auxiliary verb alone, they don't have any meanings like do, okay, or have when you use just to help to build the sentence. This is the big difference. Okay, Myla, let's go on with the examples.
We must be at least 70 equal probability.
Probability.
You must try harder equal obligation. Can you help me? Equal request. She can't have got my text. Equal probability. I'll help you. Equal willingness.
Yes, willingness.
Willingness.
Volunteer.
Ring.
Doodle.
That'll be the postman. Equal probability.
Okay. And then at the end we have, Olga, the full verbs.
Full verbs. Full verbs are all the other verbs in the language. The verbs be, do, and have can also be used as full verbs with their own meaning.
Yes.
Have you been to school today? I want to be an engineer. I do a lot of business in Russia. The holiday did us a lot of good. They are having a row. Have you had enough to eat?
Okay, so it's not usually I even heard somebody that they call the normal verb or the other verbs, but actually the proper definition is full verbs. Doesn't mean that the other verbs are not full, but they call it, instead of saying all the other verbs, they are full verbs. The only thing that they highlight and is very important is that those some of
Ciao.
I as well. I think that I don't know.
Vabbè, anzi oggi ho retto, dai.
No, the first half, because yesterday was terrible. Yesterday she was continuously pulling, continuously.
La prima mezz'ora ha fatto normale.
I don't know.
Capire,
No, I have to call a technician and say, this is the situation. How can we manage? Because otherwise, and so it's very important that we remember that those auxiliary verbs have also their own meaning. So we have not to be confused when we have to use them. Because, for example, you see all the sentences that we have here, they have you been to school today, where been is not auxiliary, but means stato is what a meaning. I want to be an engineer is not an auxiliary verb. Io voglio essere. I do a lot of business in Russia. I do, I make, I do. The holiday did us a lot of good, like gave us a lot of good. They're having a row, they stayed in a row, okay? Have you had enough to eat? Have you eaten enough? Okay.
What's the meaning of row?
Row is like queue. Row usually is horizontal. The queue is this, when a person is one behind the other. A row is like in theater. The theater has got rows, okay? In Italian, I think we translate in the same way because we say la fila e la fila.
No,
La fila.
Yes, but in theater you don't say la riga. Fila 2, fila 3, fila
Fila.
4. You say fila. Anyways, row. Okay. Skip, but also a queue. Queue and row more or less is the same. I can show it to you and to Anna as well, because she deserves it. Okay. If I say row, sometimes they even put some, what's happening here? I'm looking in. Wait. Okay, I agree. I agree everything. Yes. Everything. Just tell me that I do. Okay. Ah, because it's logged out. I usually do. Okay, of course. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Now, dice Paola Paola. Run. Okay. Line.
Line.
Okay, a line of things, people, animals arranged next to each other. They are next to each other. They are not behind one another. A row of houses, books, plants, people, horses, or seats in the front back row of the theater. As I told you, that's a row. Okay, or in UK, for example, what is called a row houses in England is called the terrace houses. Terrace houses, they are not houses with a terrace, but they are those houses that we have all lined in the same way, and they're very similar one to another. You know, typical British, and they call terrace houses. A schiera, we say.
La schiera.
Yeah. Prospect, and is a name of some roads. Prospect Row is also called Inner Road, you see. And the difference between, I want to see if we have a difference between row and queue.
Queue no, queue è fila.
Yeah.
Coda, inteso come coda.
Sì.
Yeah, yeah. It's in Italian that we make confusion. First of all, because we never do queues. we are not able to follow queues, but we use the same word in different way. Okay, in the American, they don't say queues, it's just British, because the American, they say we are in a line.
Ah,
Okay, so if you are going to America or United States, usually they say stay in line, stay in a line, stay in line. Okay, that is queuing, but queue is very British. Okay, so a lot of people usually standing or in cars waiting for something. Are you in the queue? So as a substantive, we found it. Or there was a long queue, or we even, that's a typical queue, but we also have the verb. Okay, queue. Line, queue up, or line up. So American English maintain the up, but they change it with queue and they use more line. Okay. That's it. I think that's enough. Okay, girls. So this is quite important because now that you have almost a complete overview of the grammar, because we have made together, arriving to the intermediate level, let's say 80% of grammar. We still have something to study on, of course, and to make consolidation of what we did. But now we have the possibility of looking at the grammar word in a different point of view. This is important because if you're going to study by yourself, if you're going to take any other book, any other grammar book, they're not all the same. So some they do consider grammar, they see a point of view, and some other they see another point of view. So for example, this book that we have made today is the same edition of the book that we use, but they consider grammar in another point of view. It is not different from the other, it's just another. Okay, so because sometimes there are some students that say, listen, but I've studied that this structure was different. It isn't different. I mean, English is always the same. The only thing that is changing is the point of view when you study, so the way of studying and explaining it. So the more we know, the more we understand any kind of book we are going to study on it. Okay?
okay.
Okay. So for today, I think it's enough. If you want, I can send you both
Yes.
pages. The first pages, the 2 pages. The second page where there were all the exercises, actually you don't need them. I send you the first page and this page.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
I said, and oh, for homework, actually, I can even send you something that is connected to that one. I send you a page with all, because in this book, there's a workbook as well, like in yours. So I'm sending you, I think, 3 or 4 pages. So 2, they would be these pages that we have studied on it now. And probably 1 or 2, I think just 1, with exercises. You can do it by yourself, and if you want, you can take a picture and send back to me, and I can give you if they were correct or not, if you want, if you wish. So homework, you know, they're always not compulsory. They're up to you if you want to do it. Okay.
Okay.
I speak you now. I really stopped sharing. I decide to stop. And I'm putting on my mask again.
Mask.
Yeah, like diabolic. But with a T, you see? Got a T.
Yes, personalizzata.
Of course. And see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao,
Bye.
Mayla.
Bye.